Yes, thank you for joining me again for this very important discussion again. And we do have the technology to prevent nuclear weapons and prevent nuclear war. It's not impossible that we can stop nuclear war and prevent nuclear destruction. We have to take it more seriously, and we do have a system now that we can actually prevent countries from launching nuclear weapons, and we can do that by having a 24/7 inspection system by the International Atomic Agency. And that means that the International Atomic Agency would be able to inspect all the nuclear weapons of all the countries, of Russia, Britain, France, India, Pakistan, China, the United States, North Korea, on a 24/7 round-the-clock basis system. And this system would ensure that no country would launch a nuclear missile. And therefore there will be no need for any country to launch a second strike. If you prevent a first strike by this 24/7 inspection system, then you don't really need any country to retaliate by launching a second strike. This would be a 24/7 inspection system done by the International Atomic Agency, and this would be impartial. It would not be partial to any country. It would not reduce any country's right to protect itself or to defend itself. It would not reduce the power of the United States or Russia or China or India or Pakistan or Britain or France or North Korea. This would just be a safety precaution that no country would launch a nuclear missile, whether by mistake, by malfunction, by terrorism, by stress, or by sabotage. No country would need to launch nuclear weapons within this 24/7 inspection system by the International Atomic Agency that will be monitored by a world court, a 27 world court. We have to establish an international world court that focuses on preventing nuclear weapons and chemical and biological weapons of mass destruction. That is something that we have to do. The United Nations and the International Atomic Agency has to establish this court, and the world countries have to establish this court. I've written to Ban Ki-moon, United Nations Secretary General. I've written to Kikuya Amano, the International Atomic Agency, and I've written to several presidents, President Obama, President of the United States, David Cameron, the Prime Minister of Britain, the President of France, Francisco Hollande. I've written to the Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, all recommending that we create this 24/7 inspection system that can protect the world and prevent nuclear weapons from being launched. We have to reduce the amount of nuclear weapons that we have in the world. And if we go down to global zero, the more we reduce these weapons, is the more we're going to need a round-the-clock 24/7 inspection system that ensures that no country launches a nuclear missile. Right now, Russia and the United States probably has about 50 operational warheads, and if they were to reduce this by 50%, they would go down to about 775. And then if they were to reduce 10% per year, that's reducing 150 per year, by about the year 2021, they would have zero nuclear weapons. If they reduced 5% per year, then probably by the year of 2025, they would have zero nuclear weapons. We definitely have to reduce the number of weapons. You really don't want, for instance, China to feel that they have to get 1,000 nuclear warheads. So it's very important that America and Russia reduce their nuclear warheads, which they have now is about 1550. China only has probably about 250 or so nuclear weapons, and India and Pakistan probably 110, 120 nuclear weapons. You see, you really don't want the Chinese to escalate from 250 nuclear weapons and feeling, okay, we got to catch up to the United States with 1,000 nuclear weapons. So it's very important that we reduce our weapons, go down to the level of where China is, where if Russia and America can reduce their weapons down to say 300 or 400, because the Chinese and the Indians, China has probably 250, India probably has 120, but what I'm saying is that you really don't want China and India and Pakistan to escalate their nuclear weapons and to figure they're going to have 1,000 nuclear operational nuclear weapons. It would be a very dangerous thing because of the fact that India and Pakistan are constantly fighting, and China also being next door. You really don't want China and India and Pakistan to figure, well, they're going to need to have 1,000 nuclear warheads. So it's very important that Russia and America try to reduce their nuclear weapons down to probably 400 or so, and so that these other countries like India and China and Pakistan don't figure that they have to accelerate in doing this. But nuclear disarmament can only be done by all countries. America cannot reduce its nuclear missiles unilaterally. It has to be America and Russia. And for America and Russia to reduce their nuclear missiles, we have to have an inspection system, a credible 24/7 round-the-clock inspection system to ensure that America, Russia, and all the countries in the world are equally protected from nuclear warfare. And this we can do by having a 24/7 inspection system by the International Atomic Agency that ensures and prevents any country from launching a first-flight nuclear attack. And we have to have a court, international law, that will treat the launch of nuclear weapons as a crime against humanity and as a war crime. And that's what we have to do. And we'd like to talk more about this. So join me again, and we have to get all the nations of the world to get this 24/7 system working. Thank you. God bless. This is Peter Christian Hessing. Give your house and have Jesus. Thank you.